What's good, guys? LM7 here, doing another review for the Force Awakens first wave. This time we have the TIE Fighter. Alright. Okay, ages 8 to 14. Still going in line. Number-wise, 75101. The First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter. 517 pieces, $69.99. What do we have? We have new minifigures that I will show in a little bit. But otherwise, just a picture over the desert. This is probably Jakku. It's just a hypothetical thing, but I'm sure it is, because that dogfight we saw in the trailers shows TIE Fighters and a Millennium Falcon over a desert-like planet. So here's the back of the box. Just shows a, little picture. And some of the features, which I will get to. One thing I do want to say while I'm getting instructions ready to be shown, on the box, way in the corner right there, it shows that guy has a small blaster, but he actually doesn't come with one. So that's just a tidbit of information. Alright, so here's the instruction booklet, about the same size as the Snowspeeder. And here is the final digital model. It is 72 pages long, so it's a pretty mid-sized build. It's a little misleading because they have the wings times 2. So it would probably be a longer build if they built each wing individually, but they're identical, so you can do it 2 at a time. That's annoying for us, but it saves paper. So before I get into the minifigures, we get a brick separator because the set is over $50. But let us get into our new minifigures that we can't see even closely. Okay. There we go. So our first minifigure is the crew. He's just labeled as a First Order crew. He obviously has a brand new helmet, which I think looks pretty cool. I don't know why it's shaped like that, for what purpose, but it's pretty cool looking. Other than that, he's just got solid black legs and minimal torso printing. He's pretty much just a guy in all black. And he comes with a standard small pistol. And he doesn't have every clone trooper face. He has a slightly less angry face. But that's about it for him. It's just he has a pretty cool helmet, so they're pretty interesting looking characters. Our next minifigure is just another unnamed Imperial officer, not Imperial, First Order officer. He's just an officer. Like, that's all they give him. He's got a new hat design. As you can see, it kind of has standard looking hat, but it has kind of wings on it. And he's got new torso printing, which is nice, but he doesn't have any leg printing. I do like that he isn't just he doesn't just have standard peach-colored face. He has a slightly darker face and gray eyebrows, so he's slightly older. Maybe we'll see him in the movie. Maybe he's relevant and has a name, but they didn't want to spoil that for us. And then the last new minifigure is the new designed TIE Fighter pilot. He's got new printing on the legs and torso, which you can see. And then, obviously, he has a brand new helmet, which has the little air tube, and the helmet itself is redesigned to look, like the First Order Stormtroopers. And he has a regular clone face that they've been using for all types of people. And that's it for the minifigures. You get 2 of those in the set, which is nice. And for once actually makes a point. So here's a look at the fighter, a little closer. Just to look at some of the details. It's pretty cool. Here's a look at the wing detail before I get into any features, because there isn't too many features about this set, because it is just a TIE Fighter. But if we look at the back, you can see there's no back printing to the TIE Fighter. And if I push this little red piece right here, which we can't see very well, it obviously shoots the missile. just like that. I don't know if you saw that, but it does shoot it. And there's 2 of those in this one. But the main feature of the set is, obviously, like other TIE fighters, you can open up the top hatch. But this one, you can also open up this hatch. And you can see this is where a guy sits. And I'll try and get him in there. See if you can fit him in there. I like to keep their guns on because I don't want to lose them, but sometimes it gets annoying to get the guns and the guy in there. But, so there it is. It's hard to tell, actually. But you can see him in there kind of. You can see his helmet a little bit. He's behind this gray piece. So there he is. So they do fit. I mean, they do fit pretty nicely in there. And if you go this way, this is the first time we've ever had this before. We can open this back panel, and it's actually a dual cockpit TIE fighter. So that's why it's a Special Forces TIE fighter, because 2 people actually control it instead of the singular one that we are used to. And that's probably the main difference between this and, you know, just the regular TIE fighters that they use in the First Order now. And just like the other guy, he does fit nicely. So we do have all 2 of them in there. Here's just some top printing. So we do have 2 TIE fighter pilots in the TIE fighter this time. So like I was saying, I believe there's normal TIE fighters too in the First Order. You know, just the normal ones that we're used to, that we saw in the older movies. But this one's a Special Forces, so it's actually different. And you can tell that's kind of why it has the red and such on it, because it's a elite TIE fighter. So apparently they don't have elite TIE fighter models anymore, just, you know, different variants of the TIE fighter, the normal version. But some things to say, it does have a very, it's a different build than the last TIE fighter. And last thing I want to show you is you can move this little thing. I don't know if it's a gun or an antenna. I'm going to assume it's an antenna. But who knows? Could be a small gun. I really don't know. And we will find all that out later. It doesn't say anything on the box about that antenna. So who really knows? Let's see here. Like I said, there isn't a whole lot of features in this TIE fighter, and the majority of the pieces are in the wings themselves. I mean, we're used to that. But this set does have a ton of playability because it's easy to handle. It's very durable. You know, you can have all the fun you want with it. And it especially goes with the X-Wing that also came out in this wave too. How ironic, right? It's like they did it on purpose or something. But, so there's 2 things, lastly, that I'd like to talk about. One being the price. It is a little steep for a set like this. That being said, there's 517 pieces, so you could justify almost a $60 price tag. Probably a $50 price tag would be more reasonable. But they have it listed for $70. So it is a tad bit on the expensive side. So keep that in mind if you really want this one. Maybe you can use VIP points if you have the VIP card to knock some of the price off of this one. But, I mean, it's a very nice set otherwise. I think you'd be okay if you got it. It's definitely big enough to warrant a $70 price tag, because it is the same size as the last TIE fighter. Second thing I wanted to say before I wrap this up is comparisons, because I will do it, I didn't forget, to the last version of the TIE fighter, because I know some of you guys probably want to see, is it worth it, is it different enough from the last one that I should get this one? And I will do the comparisons to the 3 previously released sets, the TIE Fighter, the X-Wing, and the Millennium Falcon, in separate videos after I'm done reviewing all of this, so we can take an actual look at it instead of me rushing through it to include it in this video as well. So there is all that. But it's a very nice set. Just like I said, it is redone and it is durable, so it's fun to play with if that's your purpose for it. Or if you just want to see what the new fighter looks like from the movie, you want to get a heads up on that, that works too, and you can definitely do that. But, you know, the executive decision is always up to you. So thanks for watching. Leave a like and comment. I appreciate it if you do. It really helps me out. And stick around for the other reviews and the comparisons in a little bit. See you guys later.